us revisit the Agile manifesto once again. This manifesto for Agile software development was necessitated with the fact that, see, once upon a time, uh, people started misguided and they even started believing in the fact that if we define processes for everything, we can achieve great things even with mediocre team. That means if you define processes for how we are going to do a particular work, the individual merit of the engineers doesn't matter much. So even with mediocre teams, we can achieve great things. And unfortunately, when I look around, uh, if somebody talks about Google, I don't remember Andy Grove's name doesn't come to my mind first, whereas Larry Page as an engineer and his colleague, their names are coming to my mind. The engineers' names are coming up first. Similarly, Microsoft, the Bill Gates, the engineer's name is coming out first, and Apple, the founder's name is not coming. Steve Jobs is not. His picture as an engineer is coming to my mind, not as a CEO of the company. So we don't see great products without great engineering talents behind it. And unfortunately, this notion was getting created like if we processize everything, even with very mediocre teams, we can achieve great things, which was misguiding the industry, as well as it was pushing the engineers to the corner, making them fill up forms after forms, even when they did not see much value in it. Then a group of thought leaders from the software industry, they came together and they drafted this Agile manifesto for Agile software development. This must be understood very clearly, otherwise this also can misguide us. Here, at the bottom of this page, there are the names of the people who contributed to it, which include Jeff Sutherland, Ken Squaber, who are the founders of Scrum, Ken Beck, who is the founder of Extreme Programming. So most of the thought leaders are there. Uh, so let us try to understand this manifesto and the inner meaning of it. It goes like this: we are uncovering better ways of developing software by doing it and helping others do it. Through this work, we value individuals and interactions more than processes and tools. We believe in working software over comprehensive documentation. Uh, the message is don't send me too many status reports and all. If something is ready, please demonstrate it. Let me see how it works. Uh, we believe in customer collaboration over contract negotiation. So that is self-explanatory. No point in arguing with the customer about the contractual terms and stuff like that. Whereas we believe in partnership with the client and delivering high-value products or services which will add value to the customer and which in turn he'll share it with me as a developer. We believe in responding to change over following a plan. Plans are fine, but then in the IT industry, in the software industry, requirements changes is a norm of life. So we believe in responding to change over following a plan. A plan should be open enough to accommodate changes. So that is a message. The last sentence is very, very critical. That is, while there is value in the items on the right, we value the items on the left more. So don't get carried away by the Agile Manifesto. This Agile Manifesto never says that processes and tools are bad. It just says that non-value adding processes and non-value adding tools uh, are not that value adding. And we believe in individuals and interactions more than processes and tools which are slightly non-value adding. So we are not criticizing every process and every tool. We are against non-value adding processes and tools. We believe in working software that is perfect, and we are not against comprehensive documentation. All it says is we are not for a 500-page SRS, software requirement specification, which nobody is using while coding. At the same time, we see a lot of value in a 50, 60-page architectural document and a very concise coding standards. Then, okay, we'll do that documentation. So we are only against non-value adding documentation. So and we believe in working software over comprehensive documentation. So generally, there is a myth created like all agile teams are against documentation, which is very wrong. Agile teams support value-adding documentation, and agile teams are against non-value-adding documentation. We believe in customer collaboration over contract negotiation. So we talk about a partnership between the customer and the developer. So that is the key. And we believe in responding to change or following a plan. And because the moment we talk about partnership with the client, then we should be able to accommodate changes. And nowhere it says that changes must be given free of cost. So all we are saying is we must be open to changes. So the last sentence is very important. That is, while there is value on the items on the right, we value the items on the left more. Nobody is against process and value-adding processes and tools. Nobody is against comprehensive, value-adding documentation. Nobody is against uh, adapting uh, the appropriate contract types, which will facilitate customer collaboration. And nobody is against following a practical plan which will help me to respond to change than controlling it too much, because otherwise we'll not be able to deliver value adding software to the customer. So the, when we get into the agile domain, we should be very clear about this agile manifesto. We value individuals and interactions. We value working software. We value customer collaboration. We value responding to change. At the same time, we are not against value adding processes and tools. We are not against high value documentation, which will help me to develop the working software. We are not against open contract types, which will facilitate customer collaboration. And we are not against plans which will allow me to respond to change than controlling change at the cost of the product. In the next video, we'll talk more about the agile principles and values. Uh, and you can sign this agile manifesto by going to www.agilemanifesto.org. Please read the description given under this video. So there we'll discuss more about the Agile Manifesto. I hope you got a proper interpretation of this Agile Manifesto, because generally in the industry, people think that all agile teams are again is ad hoc, and they don't follow much of a processes and they don't have much of a discipline, which is all very, very wrong. These are all coming from people who have not understood agile in depth. So this video, if it is helping you to bring in more clarity about the myth that agilists are against, agilists are ad hoc and agilists are against processes and tools, then okay, uh, this video has added some value. First thing is you should have clarity on the Agile Manifesto before getting into the Agile world. And if you have apprehensions like agilists are ad hoc, this video should bring in more clarity into that topic. Then, okay, this video is adding some value. Thank you very much.